Watch my video about the two American astronauts stranded above Earth for over 9 months, who were finally rescued by Elon Musk under the direction of President Donald Trump. There are allegations that the Biden administration didn't want to attempt an earlier rescue attempt because if it went badly, it could hurt Kamala's chances of winning. New York Post. U.S. astronauts stuck on space station because Biden didn't want to risk rescue before election. Ex-NASA spaceman. The two American astronauts stranded aboard the International Space Station for 9 months may have been stuck there because of the presidential election, one of their fellow spacemen thinks. Barry Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams are high and dry in space, possibly because President Joe Biden wasn't willing to risk a rescue going wrong after their initial ride home on a Boeing craft was deemed unsafe, according to Clayton Astro Clay Anderson, a former astronaut. Elon Musk said it was politically motivated. I think there's some truth to that. Anderson, who also did time in the International Space Station, told the Post. He offered to bring them home earlier. It came about right before the election, he added, referring to Musk saying he'd rescue the pair with one of his SpaceX rockets. My opinion is that they didn't want a disaster right before an election that they're trying to win, and therefore asked the astronauts to sacrifice and stay in orbit. Musk posted on X February 20th, SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden administration and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons. Musk had thrown his support behind then-candidate President Trump in July 2024, less than a month after Wilmore and Williams initially became stranded. It is unclear when he reached out to Biden with his offer to rescue the astronauts. During a press conference last week from the International Space Station, Wilmore, who alongside Williams was only supposed to be in space for 10 days, backed up the allegations, saying, "I can only say that Mr. Musk, what he says, is absolutely factual."
Our next question is from Aaron Gregg with The Washington Post.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for doing this. So my question relates to Elon Musk has said that he made the offer to bring you guys back earlier and that it was denied. My first question is that true? And if so, what would that have looked like? Was he offering to make another flight, push seats on another flight? Could you give us some background there?
I can only say that Mr. Musk, what he says is absolutely factual.
Wilmore's teenage daughter, Darren, also said there's been some negligence that has led to her father being stranded above the earth.
It's just something's been frustrating. It's less the fact that he's up there sometimes, it's more the fact of why. There's a lot of politics, there's a lot of things that I'm not at liberty to say and that I don't know fully about, but there's been issues, there's been negligence.
Fear not, young lady, because the real Iron Man, the Rocket Man, Elon Musk, is on it. And as Elon sends up the reinforcements to save these two American heroes, they maintain a brave front.
We're coming back before long, so, don't make all those plans without me. We'll be back before too long.
I can tell you at the outset, all of us have the utmost respect for Mr. Musk, and obviously respect and admiration for our President of the United States, Donald Trump. We appreciate them. We appreciate all that they do for us, for human spaceflight, for our nation.
Of course, Barry Wilmore is very thankful for President Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk in saving their lives, while the Biden administration sat on their hands in fear of negatively affecting the upcoming election. This is amazing. And what goes up must come down.
See it any second now, and there you are getting a great view of Crew 9 inside Dragon Freedom as it returns back to Earth. We are awaiting the drogue deploys. This view coming from the WB-57 high altitude plane, and there you see it on your screen, drogue deployment.
Drogue descent rate nominal. can hear the crowd here.
Visual on 2 Healthy Road.
And Freedom continues to make its way back to planet Earth.
Deployment of the parachutes. The mains are quite a bit larger. You'll be able to notice the difference on your screen once they deploy, and they continue to ensure that the Dragon spacecraft slows down even further.
That view was from inside.
Freedom copy.
Are located. So we see a great view there of the reefing on those parachutes, and as those main parachutes begin to inflate fully, incredible shot. That
Copy,
was
600.
That was a live view from our recovery vessel.
And splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth.
And SpaceX Freedom, splashdown. Good main release.
Copy, splashdown. We see main chutes cut. Nick, Alex, Butch, Sunny, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
That is none other than Sunny Williams. Big smile, big waves. She, like her other crew members, now will be assisted onto the mobility aid.
We're getting some views of him now as he egresses or exits the spacecraft.
Once again, some elation and cheers.
What a wonderful day to be an American. And if we already didn't need confirmation, here's Elon Musk confirming what has already been reported.
I'm only going to ask you one political question, just for clarification purposes only. I don't think this should really be a political night. I think this is, right, a moment where the country should celebrate the fact that you were able to rescue them, that it happened successfully in spite of the difficulty, the challenges, and the danger. But I just want to clarify on the issue of whether or not you had offered to send this rocket to space to rescue these astronauts sooner to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I heard somebody earlier today say, in fact, that didn't happen when I believe it did.
No, we definitely offered to return the astronauts earlier. There's no question about that. The astronauts were only supposed to be there for 8 days, and they've been there for almost 10 months. So obviously that doesn't make any sense. SpaceX could have brought the astronauts back after a few months at most, and we made that offer to the Biden administration. It was rejected for political reasons, and that's just a fact.
And of course, this drama wouldn't be complete without the lying, disgusting, manipulative fact checkers disputing Musk's and Trump's claims that the Biden and Harrisite regime left the astronauts up there for political reasons. Factcheck.org. The facts behind the delayed return of U.S. astronauts. Of course, they claim it false. This is a deep state USAID-funded organization, straight up propaganda. Then we have Snopes, unpacking claims Biden purposely left astronauts in space for political gain. Of course, they also deny this. Snopes probably also received USAID funding. I'm not sure, though. Then we have Old Newsweek. Fact check, did Biden abandon 2 U.S. astronauts in space, as Trump claims? Of course, Newsweek said this was false. These people are practiced and professional liars.